Number one, the videos wake people up. They're one of the best, most successful tools out there, and it's you getting them and making copies that is having this big effect. But secondarily, it also financially supports us. So you see it basically as a donation. When you buy a Patriot Don't Tread on Me t-shirt or an Obama Joker t-shirt or Fall the Republic that details how the banks are taking over and how to stop them, this film, everybody's got to see this, folks. This is the #1 most important video out there. This film, Invisible Empire, New Order Defined, just came out. Year and a half in the making, big budget. Jason Burmis was the director. I'm the producer. Covers the globalist crimes, their activities, their pervert rings, their drug dealing. Such an important film for people that want to understand the New World Order. And just hundreds of clips of world leaders calling for world government, New World Order. Anybody in denial needs to see Invisible Empire, available at Infowars.com, on the online video bookstore. And then, of course, Police State 4, The Rise of FEMA. 2 hours, 20-plus minutes, 30 minutes of extras, the FEMA camps, the troops being trained to take on the Tea Parties, the gun confiscation training, all documented, the military admitting it, the military being told to set up my camera crew and say they're terrorists. It's all on video. The John Warner Defense Authorization Act, the Patriot Act, anybody that wants to know how they're coming at us, how the globalists have tried to brainwash the military and police to go after the American people. The Governor's Council under Northcom, the Homeland Security, Homeland Brigade, Police State 4, The Rise of FEMA. I had made a Police State film in almost 8 years. This is my 4th film. It's on the Police State. It is so important. Everyone see this. Available on DVD at Infowars.com. Or you can see all my films in super high quality and download them and burn them to disk and give them to people at prisonplanet.tv. 15 cents a day, $5.95 a month. And again, your financial support of our sponsors and the products we sell makes this show possible. So please support us as well. You can also write to us. If you want to give us a donation, that's fine too. It's all helping us. P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas, 78760. P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas, 78760. We're having the biggest effect. We are the tip of the spear. We're one small part of the whole, but we are the biggest small part. And we're really having a big effect, and all that credit goes to you out there. I want to salute you and thank you. And the straits are dire. This isn't just Alex Jones saying this. You can go read the bill. Judge Napolitano 2 weeks ago talked about this on the show, and he's a former federal judge. S3081, John McCain, and others that have introduced this, Lieberman, it says no judge, no jury, no charges, no indictment, no grand jury, no trial, nothing. The government, the Pentagon, for any reason, it states, wants to arrest a U.S. citizen. You can be secretly arrested, snatch and grab. They pull up in a white van, throw a bag over your head. They can fly you to torture centers. It says enhanced interrogation. You don't get a trial. It is for U.S. citizens. And no court, no nothing can do anything about it. It is just the absolute end of America. Now, what dovetails with that? Raw story, Lieberman, no U.S. citizenship rights for terrorists. So they're saying, oh, this guy was a U.S. citizen. He doesn't deserve a trial. Well, if you've got the evidence that he did this, you need to put it on. But it turns out they were running drills, which is always a sign of it being staged. And it turns out that he was part of a CIA-controlled group. This is official information. It's up at prisonplanet.com. Times Square bomber linked with CIA control group, terror group. Always the same, just like Lee Harvey Oswald, Tim McVeigh, same story over and over and over again. And continuing, Bloomberg says deny Second Amendment to anyone on the terror watch list. 1.5 million people on it. Now they're saying you can't have a job if you're on it. No way to get off of it. Secret list, a secret government. They arrest you and say you're a terrorist. And remember, all the training is for the Tea Parties, conservatives, returning veterans, and gun owners. All you conservatives have been sold on getting rid of the Bill of Rights because you think it's for brown people overseas. It's for Americans regardless of what color you are. Here's another one, WorldNet Daily, in case you doubt me. Next step, no guns allowed for right-wing extremists. Bill empowers Attorney General to forbid firearms for those suspected dangerous. WorldNet Daily. H.R. 2159. They have federal and state bills all over the country to do this. 100% unconstitutional, 100% illegal. You better be afraid of the big out-of-control government, not their little patsy boogeymen, okay? People just, oh, I'm so scared, I want to give all my rights up or the terrorists might get me a break. Now, Here's another one. Lieberman seeks to strip citizens of citizenship. No judge, no jury. The Pentagon strips it. Same deal. Federal bill. Here's another one. Schumer, as bad as he is, says Schumer changes tune on stripping extremists of citizenship. A key U.S. senator who indicated tentative early support for stripping U.S. nationals tied to overseas terror groups, it's at their discretion, of their citizenship, now firmly opposes the plan. His office said Wednesday. Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer has said Tuesday that he had not reviewed the controversial proposal from independent Senator Joe Lieberman, but that it sounds like something I'd support. Having learned about the proposal, the senator believes it would be found unconstitutional and would also be ineffective in this context. So they won. And they've got the bills introduced to just suddenly you can't buy a gun because the government says so. And remember who Bloomberg blamed on Monday and Tuesday. He said, I think Tea Party people probably did this attempted bombing. This is going to be used on the American people. You're the target. You're not even allowed to wear an American flag. Businesses that have them up get them torn down. Kids that try to wear them at school, this isn't the first time, get sent home, okay? You don't even have the right in America to wear an American flag. That's these people. They're not liberals. They're not conservatives. They're a bunch of tyrants. This stuff's all bipartisan to strip citizens of their citizenship. The Pentagon strips you of your citizenship and throws a bag over your head. They're the terrorists, folks. The people running our military stage the terror attacks to fool the military into going along with this. They've been caught over and over again. Oh, man. Oh, I mean, look at this article. Students kicked off campus for wearing American flags. Then they cut to teachers and students saying, it is insulting of Mexican heritage to wear an American flag. What in the world? That's telling Hispanic Americans that you can't, because some of the kids are Hispanic, that you can't wear, they tell Hispanic kids you can't wear American flags? I mean, this is not the Twilight Zone. You think Ceausescu was a joke? You think Stalin was a joke? You think Mao was a joke? You think Hitler was a joke? You think Pol Pot was a joke? You think Fidel Castro was a joke? You think Julius Caesar was a joke? You think Lenin was a joke? You think all this evil? This is what normally happens, folks. America's being taken over by offshore banks. I don't want to be the enemy of the illegal aliens. A lot of them are hardworking, good people. But the government and the media and the universities are radicalizing them, teaching them to hate America. When I went to Anderson High School, I was taught in history class that America was bad and that the U.S. belonged to Mexico, and I was taken to a UT field trip by art class to be told the same thing. I mean, you know, this is what goes on. And how dare I ever wear an American flag? I cannot believe this is going on. More articles they just brought in here. Oh, my gosh. These are from GCNlive.com, and I'm going to your phone calls. I mean, I'm not the radical for wanting to wear an American flag. I'm not the radical for wanting my Bill of Rights and Constitution. I'm not a terrorist because I support the original Tea Party that Ron Paul founded. Audit the Fed, push strengthened by second front in the Senate. Very exciting. Steve Watson, GCNlive.com. That's another important article. Patriotic American students persecuted for stars and stripes on Cinco de Mayo. This is a Kurt Nimmo article that fully details what's going on. GCNlive.com. Here's another one. You want to watch this video. We ran out of time. It's Alex Jones on RT. Greek crisis will come to America. Times Square eyewitness said bomb scare looked like drill. And we also have a cop saying it was a drill. Very important information. Stock market falls more than 1,000 points. That's also GCNlive.com. Okay, we are out of time here except for calls for people that have been patiently holding. It's just, the stuff's getting crazy, folks. Gold up $33 today. Let's talk to Chris and, Carl in Oklahoma. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, Alex. Thank you for taking my call. I want to give kudos to you and all the other guys that are out on the front lines taking the heat. And I know you're sacrificing your lives for this, as I have been for 22 years against these buggers. I have some heads up for you here, if you'll ask your people to just take a look at it. The insurance military game is done by Munich Re out of Germany. They use derivatives on derivatives on derivatives, and they're taking $2 million per person that gets killed over in the other
Yes,
countries.
I had actually seen that. That's like Walmart and others take $2, $3, $4, $5 million insurance policies, especially out on those greeters. Those greeters, oh, they're paying them $7 an hour. They give an old lady a job. No, they got $3 million on her, and they've got an actuary knowing when she's going to die, and the family never knows they get $3 million on her. Exactly. We're all seen as animals they suck on, and the big banks make money off of every dead troop, and the more dead troops, the better. That's why they won't buy them body armor. They just hate everybody. Go ahead.
Harper's Magazine, October 2009. You can get that on page 42. You'll come up with some of that.
Give folks the headline. Harper's Magazine. Tell us again.
Harper's Magazine, October 2009. It's page 42.
And they talk about how these big derivatives companies are buying insurance policies on the troops.
Yes, sir. And it goes back to Munich Re. And isn't it interesting that Germany just surpassed China as the world's leading economy?
Well, the Germans' government itself is always trying to take over, and it's a big part of the euro. And is Germany's now the third largest